As Forrest would say, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in for another recap of the DNFL. Recapping week one here. I thought since you're tuning in, I would share a few thoughts on my week. But first, you might be noticing, hey, this background looks a lot different. You got a nice football field in the background. Yep. It's all thanks to you guys for me doing this. Hoping to have fun doing this. But yeah, figured I would switch things from basketball to football. You're welcome. Shameless plug for myself. If you have not checked out the AM basketball breakdown, give that a listen. Like, subscribe, give it 5 stars. I don't know if algorithms work like that, but I think that would help. I'm actually house sitting for my parents this week, and just ran over here on my way back from Vic's for getting coffee with some people this morning. So yeah, a few thoughts on my week. On the way over here, I was listening to Brighton Rock by Queen. It's a cool song. I would highly suggest listening to it. And potentially, there's a clip at the end of Baby Driver where they play the song that is really fun to watch. So I would watch that as well. As you can see, there's not a lot going on in my background right now. Some people have suggested to make it a little more sporty, but I need a handyman. I need someone that knows a lot about interior design to make that happen. I need more wall space, so maybe we could shift stuff around and someone could just show me how to put up shelves. That would be really great. But yeah, I have some things to put up, like this Pete Wheeler bobblehead, this Pablo Sanchez bobblehead, this Bob Knight bobblehead with him throwing a chair. Now let me see if I can get this out. Okay. This signed picture of Dennis Rodman diving for a basketball. And we have some issues of Basketball Card Fanatic that I think would look good in the background. We got Kobe here, and we got Caitlin Clark here. But yeah, I don't know if anyone would be willing to help a friend out and teach him some transferable skills. That would be great. If you guys like these confessionals, do you think I would give good confessionals on Survivor or Big Brother? It's always been a dream of mine to be on one of those shows. Would I be compelling enough to be on TV? Just curious what your thoughts would be. But yeah, answer the question to start out with. Why do we play fantasy football? Why are we here? Why am I here? I don't know why I'm here. I just thought this would be fun to do. But really, we just want to have fun. We want to have a good time, a lot of camaraderie with friends. But I think as I'm doing this, one of the things I'm most looking forward to doing is just looking at the players that have risen and fallen throughout the year, and just seeing what they go for at the start of the year compared to where their value at is now. Let's go ahead and just talk through a few of those. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen right now. I think I can. Let's do that. Okay. Let's go over here to our scoring leaders. So right now we got Devon A-Chain and James Cook. Granted, some of these players have played already, but yeah, as you can see, is this no? I want the full season. Yeah, I want the full season. Sorry, technical difficulties, but we're getting things up and running now. Okay. So yeah, just looking at a few things that kind of stand out to me already. So Devon A. Shane, I think if I go over here, I think Homie got him originally for yeah, $21. I mean, really, if he's putting up points like that, that's, as Forrest would say, really good value. So he's a guy that sticks out. Isaiah Likely, I will mention. So if I go over here, he had a really good week one. Let me share this tab real quick. So Forrest had gotten him for $13. I was looking online and I saw that most people were suggesting his fab to be anywhere between 10 to 12%. So I think that'd be $20 in our league. So I think that's good value for Forrest. Joe Mixon, that's another guy that stands out. I think Blake had gotten him. Nope, Blake did not get him. I think Caleb got him for $25. He had a really good week one. I think one of the players that stands out the most to me if I can find him on here. I can filter for running backs, so it'll probably help. Yeah, there he is, J.K. Dobbins. So J.K. Dobbins, if I go to homies tab, so did he get? Yeah, he did get him. Okay, he got him for $3. So J.K.'s hurt a lot, but honestly, the Chargers are going to run the ball a lot, so that could be a opportunity for homie with just where his value is at now. Like if he's healthy for the full season, or you can trade him later. Some other things maybe to point out if I go over to, I can find the rosters. Let me find the rosters real quick. Go over to the rosters and share this. Another thing for homie. Where is this? 0 days sober. Yeah, that's homie. But yeah, looking at his team, picking up a player like Jordan Mason. We'll talk about Christian McCaffrey later, but if he ends up like being the starting running back for the end of the year, I mean, homie got him for $1. So I like where homie's at right now, even though he's 0-1. Again, I think he was close on my teams to watch at the beginning of the year, but he has the roster flexibility now in order to make some moves. He was close on his win last week, fairly close, but yeah, I think I like his team a lot going forward. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Let me, sorry, I'm moving around a lot of things right now, just to make sure we're on the right path. Okay, the next thing is gossip around the league. I'm not much of a gossip guy, but I'm just sharing a lot of the chatter that I have seen around the league this week. I want to preface this with saying, hey, is this going to be an educational thing for people from the league to listen to? Or is this going to be more like TMZ? I mean, if people say things that are ridiculous, I feel like the obligation to share that. But yeah, just wondering, do you want this to be more like TMZ or to be more educational? The question that I wrote is, what is Dave up to? I'll bring in a few things in this, but I'm trying to figure out Dave as a general manager and guy who runs his team. Is he more like, is he most like Daryl Morey and Danny Ainge in this league? I don't know. Before the waiver wire this week, I was hearing rumors where Dave was like, I'm putting $50 on Isaiah Likely. Uh, and Forrest got him for 13. So I don't know if he's trying to inflate value on players and trying to um, just get people to spend their fab. I don't know. That was just something that I had noticed from talking to Dave. And also, Forrest and Dave's trade. I don't think I don't know if it'll happen. Maybe it's happened this morning, but I don't have access to current information around the league. But hey, is that a good trade for them to make? Is Dave trying to pass off Christian McCaffrey to at least get something if he's going to be out for a long time? I will say calf injuries are kind of tricky. I know Giannis injured his calf last year before the playoffs started, and it took him, he never got back and played. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how that works for a running back, where I figure he has just opportunity to injure that more throughout the week. And then let me go ahead and see if I can share my screen again. Oh, golly. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, this is another thing that stood out to me this week. I really hope that Dave did not spend a ton of time on this. I hope he had Chat GPT end up writing for it. That's what Blake said. But yeah, I am just wondering. Yeah, I honestly don't know if I'll be the auctioneer next year. I don't know if I received positive reviews or negative reviews, but yeah, I just hope Dave didn't spend a ton of time writing this. Yeah, that's all I'm wondering for that. I don't know if this was taken into consideration or not, but we'll see. Yeah. The only other thing I want to mention just around gossip around the league, honestly, I'm just going to talk about the people that talk the most. So I feel like I will not talk about Jaden much on this section. I feel like he is very even keeled and I would be surprised if he showed up on this segment throughout the week. Uh, let's go to last week's matchups if I can find my screen. Yeah. See, this is the issue with this. Sometimes you have to. Oh, let's go to week one. Let's share this tab. Okay, cool. Just talk through a couple of these. Um, Alvin Kamala, who are you voting for in a few months? I think I know who Blake's voting for, but yeah, Alvin Kamala again. Joe Mixon having a really good game, um, ahead in the polls and ahead in the league. Alvin Kamala, um, probably the most impressive performance this week was I think perfect pickled radishes. Cooper Cup having a really good game. I'll say this for Ryan. I um, a lot of people were shocked when he bid $40 for Cooper Cup. He may have been able to get him for $5 to $10 cheaper, but I'd say right now that's working out for Ryan and was probably a big reason why he won this week. What is Proverbs 27:2? Someone will have to tell me that because I don't know off the top of my head. But Forrest picking up a loss and starting out a little bit behind this year. Good job, Jaden. I had talked about Saquon, but he had a really good game. And yeah, I think Dave has a lot of work to do to get out of the basement or the cellar. What else do we have for today? Oh yeah, we already talked about Homie picking up Adams. I think that was a really good move. I think it provides Homie a lot of opportunity going forward. I hope he wins this week. Yeah, shout out to Homie. That was a really heady play. Yeah, our final discussion. This was mentioned a little bit uh, this week, but David mentioned home equity line of credits and um, taking one out and betting on the Texans. I again, this goes back to take what Dave says with a grain of salt, but I thought it would be good to educate everyone. This is not meant to be financial advice. As it says on Dave Ramsey's website, what is a home equity line of credit? If you've got a big expense coming up but don't quite have enough savings to cover it, you might think a home equity line of credit could help you pull together the cash for the job. But what exactly is a home equity line of credit? How does it work? And is it really a good financing option for things like a home remodel, retirement living, or college tuition? The answer is no. A HELOC may sound like a good idea, but it's actually one of the biggest financial traps you can fall into. And I'll read a little more, but let's look at why HELOCs are bad and what you can do instead. What is a home equity line of credit? A home equity line of credit, or HELOC, is a type of home equity loan that allows you to purchase cash against the current value of your home. You can use it for all kinds of purchases up to an approved amount. So it works kind of like a credit card. Again, not financial advice, but I'll let you kind of figure this out on your own. Let me stop sharing this and get back to my screen. But yeah, I am interested to see how the rest of the season goes. Just being able to look at scoring and see what players are gaining really big value just based on where they were at on auction value for the beginning of the week. Um, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I think next week I hope to maybe have a lot of the kinks and screen sharing ironed out. But if you like this, feel free to share your thoughts, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see in the future. And yeah, I appreciate your guys' feedback. Thanks for letting me be your correspondent out on the field, giving their thoughts on the league. I hope you all win. And yeah, feel free to give more chatter in the group chat. So that way I have things to talk about, whether they are misguided or accurate. I hope you guys all have a good weekend. And yeah, I wish you luck on your games this week and having all the victory that you might have. See you next week. Yeah, let me see if I can stop pushing. Yeah, we're gonna end this recording right now. See you guys later.